big party last night. But we start off this morning inside Rivers, inside Port Harcourt, with a bit of a downer because it's something that tends to happen very often in the weekend. Give you a simple example. On Fridays and Saturdays, you have more people visiting the watering holes. That would be the bars, the nightclubs, and the fast food restaurants to have their favorite copies of either Isiewu Unkwobi or Bole and Fish with some very cold standard bottles of their favorite brews. However, whilst it is happening, the underbelly of the society also thrives. That's when you get to have a lot of criminal activities and sadly, abandoned babies. Because this morning we are talking about cases for abandoned babies. My question is this, please. Would you be willing to adopt an abandoned baby? Before you go and shout, oh yes, I will. Well, historically, it's not been very, very good, particularly in Rivers State, for individuals who sadly were left abandoned by their mothers. Now, a few weeks ago, if you remember, an abandoned baby was found along the Mile 3 area, and then it was taken to the authorities and say, look, we found this baby. It was a security person on one of the vigilante services at Umpolo Waruku, yes, Mile 3, right? And then say, hey, look, this is what is going on. Police, and if eventually, I think we've had Nawaj, say, they want to try and help make sure this baby is well taken care of. Good. But that's just one baby. There are several others. What's even sadder now was that another one was found, this time not in Nigeria, but in Cameroon. The same thing. And I was moved. I was very emotional because the mother of this baby wrote a note with the name of the baby and said, please, I don't have anything to take care of this baby. I'm abandoning baby here. Please, hope this baby has a better life than I could provide for. We live in a part of the world where millions, hundreds of millions of naira is being spent yearly on fertility treatments. Now, I am not going down on anybody's hoard this morning for trying to get their own baby. But, I'm raising the question and a case for those babies that apparently were abandoned. I had an auntie who used to tell me that there is no such thing as an as an unwanted baby. There is no such thing. There is no such thing as an unwanted baby. Because even if you throw the baby away, there's always someone to pick that baby up. But the question is, are Port Harcourt residents picking up their babies? Big question.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
017-923-0002, 0817923-0003, 0817923-0007. All right, so you have those numbers. Calling, drop your name and your location with the call screener, and then you can talk to us in the studio at Nigeria Info PH. At Nigeria Info PH is where you will find us on Facebook and on Twitter. Facebook and on Twitter is where you find us at Nigeria Info. Use that handle and then drop a follow and a comment as well. All right, now the WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416, 0809 030 6416. All right, please do well. Turn down the volume of your radio set when you're calling. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. Did not see it, did not hear it. Please do not make mention of it. All right, and do not make comments that will be seen as inciting. Okay, all right. First message here says, "Hi, G. Good morning. Making a case for abandoned babies is a big challenge, particularly in a country where people lay a lot of emphasis on having your own child. There are lots of men, there are lots of women who have been labeled barren, and this has brought a lot of a social stigma. It is very unfair that we have orphanages and still have men and women who are still looking for children." I don't know. Like I said, not pour hot water on anybody's decision to have their own child by seeking medical aid, taking fertility treatments. I don't think anybody should begrudge you for that. But there also has to be a case, particularly in Port Harcourt, for children who are in the orphanages, motherless babies. You see, it makes it even worse. I'm laying emphasis now on babies who are abandoned. But what about those orphans who are in orphanages? Some of them who are 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds. I'm asking this question. I know some of you are in your offices now sat down. I'm asking this question. Have you ever thought, maybe I can do more good in this life and adopt a child? Just asking. Just asking. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Please don't call the last number I just read out. That's the WhatsApp number. It's strictly for receiving messages. Please do not call the WhatsApp number. Please. And this one we hear reads, Jude, you're asking people who believe that a God will solve all their problems to carry someone else's problem? But how is that someone else's problem? See, there seems to be a social disconnect. How is that someone else's problem? The children are in Port Harcourt. They're in River State. We'll go on the break. We'll come back and get to hear from you. It's a bright sunny day. No heavy rainfall is foreseeable future. Prepare for the events of late night. Even church services between and in the midst of people, in that space who are watching the movie. Oh, what a kind soul! Oh, look at this woman. Women are nice. So she just took and raised this baby. Yeah, it makes for a great conversation. But would you do it? Would you do it? You're listening to me now. You're in your nice golf estate apartment. All right. Would you consider adopting a baby? 92.3. Good morning. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, Mr. Zion, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I will not.
Why?
No, that is not my prerogative.
Whose prerogative? Whose prerogative it is?
Let the government take care of that baby. Or they look for the parents. I want to put it to you today that most of this adoption you see are done on motive. motive, sinister motive, and look at their pattern of adoption. They go for little children who they just get given birth to hours or 2 days or 1 week. Go to the homeless babies now. Orphanage. Go and see girls of 10 years, 15 years. Why are people not adopting those ones?
Which is the question I ask. On both spectrum, whether it's the abandoned baby or those who are in the orphanages, why are some people not willing to get those people in homes?
It's a liability.
But we all like to come on and say, hey, I'm my brother's keeper. I believe in love. We need to make this country better. This is a very clear example of how things should be done.
Orphanage home. And my responsibility to the orphanage home is to periodically send them financial help, run the system. Apart from that, in fact, no adoption. And I rule that out of my lexicon, out of my theory, no adoption.
But you do know, Zion, that even with finances that you provide, a child will still benefit from having, in quote, a loving family structure. And
That is why we need to start loving our children. Most of these abandoned children you see on the street are parents whose parents never took care of them.
What if those parents are, like you said, missing or maybe even dead? What should be done then to the children? We have John speaking to us from Ozoba. John, good morning to you, please. Welcome. Hello, Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning, John.
Good morning.
Yeah, with the experience I have growing up, I don't think I'll be able to adopt such children.
Why?
Because I can tell you, I am the last child of my parents. Before my father gave birth to, in fact, his first child, he had already trained his brother's children. Before he died, he total at 22 that he trained. Either stay with them, finish secondary school, so he put them in itineraries or roadside shops, so to colleges of education and universities. But I remember one child like that. The mother died in the process of giving birth to that baby. You understand? My mom, out of magnanimity, went and carried that child from the zero. That child grew with us to about 6 years. But the baby developed one kind of unspeakable character. If she wants to poo, we have a flat. Instead of using the room toilet, she rather goes and remove either my mother's wrapper to throw it on the grass to poo on it. So cook meat soup, she will remove all the meat in the soup and eat it. Litter it everywhere.
Oh, fine. John, whatever experiences you had with that particular child doesn't mean every child who is not directly from your loins.
So which one would you know that will not have will not have that kind of character?
Okay. JJ is in the room. But JJ, good morning to you, please.
Jude, good morning.
Good morning.
I think we, as a people, as a society, and the government are not doing enough when it comes to this, what I call it, abandoned children and all those put together. I was discussing with a professor in Uniport those days. He set his exam on a Friday, and I told him, sir, today is Good Friday, so you cannot fix your exam. And you know what he told me, Jude? That he has seen why the world is so wicked, that out of 52 weeks that make up a year, that means we have 52 Fridays, that only one is recognized as a Good Friday. So what does it mean? That every other Fridays are bad Fridays. I discussed with one woman, it's a Nigerian woman from Bayelsa, but she has lived in Scotland for over 28 years. She showed me a family picture. She has about 6 children, but I saw 7 persons in that picture. one a bit fair. And I asked, who is this guy? She said it was the government that gave her that boy. That boy is a motherless baby, stayed in the motherless home for like 6 years, and that he needs a family to grow with.
Mm.
He needs the family setting. He needs people to call his own. That is why the government brought the boy to him, and the government is paying her for doing that. The government also gave her children scholarship for that gesture she is doing, because they need a family and they need a family background to make that boy belong to the society. Jude, can you be that? Hello, Jude.
I'm listening to you, JJ. I'm listening to you.
So
please.
what am I saying in essence? What do we do? Oh, this one grow up with us, but he's not a member of the family. Says who? Oh, JJ, it's not even from River State. No matter, we are just we are just too. I don't know how to describe it. Somebody has lived, and at the end of the day, when shoppings come, you say this person does not belong to you or not. I don't get it at all. So until we structure society, until the government does its responsibility, until we as the people does its responsibility, it's clear crime never starts. That boy, she told me, is a very stubborn person, but they were able to calm this boy and turn this boy from a human being to a human person. So for me, I think we have the choice to make whether to continue with this rugged society we're living or a normal society. Jude, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, JJ. Now, you see, what JJ described is not far from the truth, because, yes, you know, in some climes, the social security services actually give stipends, right, to families who they call them foster parents, right, who take in children and cater for them. Now, a foster family is very different from an adopted family. You see, the thing with the foster families, at some point in time, they would have to either return the child back to the government, to the foster home, or to the society. To the government, or if the child stays with them until the child is 18 or of age, the child can decide to make it out on his or her own, which is fine. But once again, you know, our first caller, I think that was what's his name now? Zion, right? Mr. Zion said, look, he wouldn't adopt. And then, for whatever reason, he now goes on to say, okay, why are people not adopting the 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds in the orphanages? Which is one of the questions I asked. And then he says it's diabolical, it's sinister, that why should they adopt only babies? Now, from the little I know, many parents or many individuals, many couples who decide to adopt babies alone, right, find the transition into care easier than if they were to adopt a toddler or, you know, a preteen or a teenager. Because it's a baby. You can start to study the mannerisms of the child. You can start to inculcate and teach the child, group the child. It's easier when you adopt an 8-month-old baby or a 1-year-old baby as it is, you know, a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old. But guess what? Those 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds that you see in the orphanages, like someone made mention, yes, it's good to send money to them. You know, some of you in Port Harcourt, it's become a very big thing, and I applaud those gestures. But some of you on your birthdays will go to the orphanages, to the motherless homes, or to the home for the elderly, and carry cartons of noodles and spaghetti and yam and rice and wrappers and take pictures, you know, feel good. Yes, it's nice. But do you know what would be better? If some or more of these children can find a home of their own. I'm not painting a Hollywood script or a Nollywood script. I'm talking about how society might just be able, right, to improve the lot of fringe members. So yes, you have stubborn children, like John said, that, oh, yeah, somebody they grew up with would poo on the mother. There are children. I knew neighbors who would cry every morning. Why? Because their son would do something stupid. I said, this picky, he too stubborn. They will carry it out to church. He too stubborn. That was their own child. Wasn't adopted. So these things can happen. Okonkwo is speaking to us from Rumokuta. Okonkwo, good morning to you, please.
Good morning, Bro Jude.
Good morning.
The issue of adopting children. People to adopt children has to do with people that have generous mind. Number one. Number two, people that are sympathetic in mind. Number three, people that are compassionate. You know that all the miracles that Jesus did in this world, it was out of compassionate mind. Thank you.
All right, so it was the compassion. All right, fine, compassion. Jude, it is complex. I know of a Christian couple who became open to adoption when it became clear they couldn't have theirs and IVF failed them. That's in vitro fertilization. But their attempts to adopt a child, 15 years of marriage. Oh my goodness. Talking of why does it have to be a baby? Pretends to be pregnant because they started the process of a baby factory somewhere, for maybe 2 that they have it. I come back and everyone say, "Hey, congratulations, mama." Why not just be more transparent and say, "Look, I want to adopt a baby"? Why? Legacy is speaking to us from Eche. Legacy, good morning to you, please.
Good morning, dude. I think it's a lovely topic. Sorry, let me go a little bit into scriptures. So we just celebrated Good Friday, and Jesus on the cross said, "Son, behold thy mother. Mother, behold thy son." And whenever I meditate on that particular word, I think about adoption. But adoption is more or less a grace, than a strength. And not everyone has that grace. Yeah. So adoption is a beautiful thing. And we have seen people even adopt people whose parents are alive. So it's not the exclusive preserve of children who have lost their parents, children from orphanages and all that. You could even adopt an adult. You could adopt a teenager. A child, a certain friend of mine had a young boy live in the house from childhood till he grew up. And I thought he was their son. And they said, no, they went into a community and the boy just took to them. And they liked him, they loved him, and he was willing to serve them. His parents were alive.
Wow.
And he moved over with them. Even when they were relocating out of town, the boy moved with them. He's grown up with them now. Okay, so life is funny. We could give birth to children who turn out not exactly the way we expect. So children get born. Sometimes they take to traits from society and all that. So it's not necessarily the fact that you adopted a wrong child, and so all children are automatically wrong. And that's why there's mentorship. That's why there's parenting. Some of us have some stronger parental influence over any child. Jude, you must have seen a case where you sit in a taxi, and this random child, carried by his mom, just likes you.
Yeah.
And you fall in love with the baby, and you want to cuddle, you want to play, you want to take it from his mom. It happens. It's life. You also see the cases where children, babies, just want to pluck your beard. It's not because they are bad. But when you train up a child in the way he should go, there's a likelihood that when he is old, he will not depart from it. Mentoring, parenting. I think if these values could be put together, we can mentor almost anyone, whether they are biological children or they are not. And that's adoption.
And that's adoption. Thank you very much. A lot of people. Wow. That was well said. And that's funny enough. I didn't even make any connection to, the biblical story of Jesus at the cross. Say, woman, here is your son. Son, here is your mother. That's adoption. That's adopt. That's. Thank you very much. Oof. Okay, my mind is blown right now. I am officially blown. Jude, good morning. You were talking about adoption and adopting abandoned babies or go to the motherless homes to adopt babies, but you do not know the process of adopting these babies is very difficult. Both the government and the people in the motherless babies home make it difficult for you to adopt these children. And again, some people will tomorrow let them know that you are not their real parents we'll let you know you are not their real parents, and then you see the child begin to misbehave. Lady J from Port Harcourt. Lady J, those are genuine concerns, right? And I do know that the adoption process virtually all over the world is not, as easy as going to the shop to pick up a new pair of, sneakers. They have to be sure that you are ready. That in some countries, apart from financial investigations, they also have psychological evaluations. Is this man, capable of being a father? What are the challenges they will go through? In fact, in some places, they try to teach, would-be parents some of the extremes that they can expect, in raising a child. It's not easy. So this morning, all right, I'm going to ask you, if you are interested, try and make your way to the social services, all right? If by chance you are, familiar with the Catholic Church or the Anglican Church, speak to maybe your resident, parish priest or pastor or whatever, all right? Ask questions. Don't just go and somebody say, bring money and you carry a baby. No, don't do that. Don't do that, please. There are procedures. So get to the proper authorities and make inquiries. Because like Legacy just made mention, it is important that we need to do better for all the children in our society. And there's almost no child that cannot be mentored. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. 0817-923-0007. Once again, please do well. Turn down the volume of your radio set. Refrain from making derogatory or defamatory comments. If you didn't see it or hear it, please do not make mention of it and do not make inciting comments. At Nigeria Info PH, is where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter. At Nigeria Info PH. 92.3, Okonkwo speaking to us from Rumokuta. Good morning to you, please.
Thank you, Bro Jude. Yes, it is good for we to adopt an abandoned baby because they need to grow. They need to be taken care of. They need to do that they are the handwork of the Almighty God. We need to send them to school.
True.
To study even to higher standards. And become reasonable and well-established men and women. But the matter is, after training them, that people around should keep quiet so that they will not come and tell them you are not from this family and spoil their mind. And before you know it, they'll begin to wander about and come up with strange characters and begin to look for their biological parents, and thereby their lives will be frustrated. But we should accept them.
All right. Thank you very much. Ikechi speaking to us from Eneka. Good morning to you, Ikechi.
Hello, Mr. Jude.
Good morning, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Jude. The thing is, it all boils down to personal perception and your own personal realm of decision. I believe that if you are going to adopt a child, at least from the Christian perspective, you how do I say this? You should have the witness of who you are going to adopt. You see, the reason why individuals don't jump into things like this is because of experiences. And you can't cut someone out of his experience. It's what makes many of them not to make the decision to adopt a child, because they feel that once we do it, it could result into something negative. I'm aware of some people, like I know some people that adopted children. Sometimes even families came to live with them. And if the child was bad, the child turned good by...
Oh dear, Ikechi. The very poor connection there, but I would love to have you call us and let's have a conversation. Let's get to hear your thoughts, please, Ikechi. Do not be discouraged. The alternate numbers, okay? So 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. All right, please. WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416. 9.3 Nigeria Info. Good morning, please. Welcome.
Hello, good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Jude.
Welcome, please.
My name is Blessed from Malo.
Welcome, Blessed. Thank you for joining us.
Pertaining the adoption of a child. See, the hazardous in it is very enormous. Situation whereby the blood who produced the baby, do you know how the blood was before you go adopt the baby? And besides, there are some certain circumstances normally come across when the father of that adopted child is not is not living the way he's supposed to live, the people will be using one statement or other to abuse the baby. So whoever...
Oh dear. Thank you very much. Those are genuine concerns. There's no doubt about that. But once again, these are concerns that can be addressed. They are not the finality of the scenario, and they shouldn't be seen as the finality of the scenario. They are going to be difficult. Some of you have very stubborn children. Some of you have washed your hands from taking care of your children. Chidi is speaking to us. I'm going to give Chidi just about 50 seconds. Chidi, very quickly. Talk to me very quickly.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Jude.
Go on quickly. Yes, go on.
You see, my brother, this adoption issue. It's all about your mindset. And every child needs care. If you prayerfully and seek God, go to encourage them, follow the due process by government, and adopt a child.
All right.
That child belongs to you. Even
okay, so sorry, Chidi, we have to go back. Yeah, I agree with that. Follow the due process. You want to pray and fast, please pray and fast. But follow the due process, go through with the government procedures, and then adopt a child. When I come back, I'll share a story with you. My name is Jude. Hello, Potako returns.
Talk Radio 92.